Welcome back, everybody. Let's Paint TV. You sit right back, enjoy yourselves for another exciting trip into Let's Paint TV land. All right. All right, Let's Paint TV in the house. Thanks again for being here. Happy to have you here with us. Kicking some ass, that's right, Alex, kicking some ass at the flower shop. Last few days at the flower shop, we've done 40, I believe, since last week, 40 bouquets of flowers. And we still have 3 more days to go. I always feel as if I'm not always motivated to do anything usually, and yet once again, without fail, once I start putting the paint down onto the canvas, I am re-energized and feel much better about things. But it does take a bit to get going, but we will persevere. And 3 more days for a great opportunity to get your bouquet of flowers there at the Kilduff Flower Shop in lovely downtown Santa Monica. I don't know, but the weekends in the Santa Monica area downtown are just chock full of people. So I don't know. If I were you, I would get down there today, and maybe even today would be screwed up. But Saturdays are extra crowded. And Sundays maybe not as much, but because it's Mother's Day, it might be extra crowded too. I don't know. You might be screwed. As with most things anytime any kind of attraction, and really Santa Monica, with the pier and stuff, is kind of an attraction of sorts. And basically, you can't. You'd be a fool. You'd be a fool to go to any of these attractions in Los Angeles on the weekends. You just sort of kind of know better to avoid those areas. You tend to do everything. You can have a great time here in LA if you just know when to avoid areas. Rush hour and various areas, weekends. If you can avoid the rush hour and weekends, you're pretty good to go, and it's all great. But if you get stuck in any of it, then you're going to have to implement the breathing exercises and just take it easy. Don't get too worked up over it. Just relax, and you'll be all right. 818-528-4516 is the number. We're talking about whatever you want to talk about. It's open lines Friday. Free flowing Franklin Mint, Franklin Templeton, frankly, my dear. I don't give a damn. 818-528-4516. It's Friday, and as such, it's the weekend. Getting ready for the weekend. Do. getting ready for the good time. Do. Getting ready for the weekend. Do. All right. Anyway, 818-528-4516 is the number. I'm just kind of looking around my studio. Have not really been, has not been activated of late. It's been kind of an empty area, but it's kind of neat to revisit or look at your space, a space that has not been really been used because we've been in other areas, other places. So it's nice to revisit your stomping grounds, if you will. And we do have plans. We have big plans here at Let's Paint TV. Though when and where we will enact those plans, who knows? We don't know if that's when that will be, but whatever it is, whatever will be. Que sera, sera. So we're just kind of tidying up our studio here, trying to maybe ascertain what should be done next, and basically not really certain. Don't really have anything certain on that department, except for that we are going to exist. We are ultimately going to exist. And that's a good thing. To exist and to look forward to new dimensions, new possibilities, new an iota of sorts, a new leaf, grow another ball, grow another horn, grow another leg. What do they say? Grow another dick. Hey asshole, grow another ass. No, grow another ball. No, what do they say? Grow another. They always say grow another what? Grow some balls. Oh, that's what it is. Grow some balls. That's the asshole telling you to grow some balls. That's a cartoon right there. That'd be a fun cartoon. Just a big asshole with the with it saying grow some balls. Can you imagine? You know, anybody you can imagine that's an asshole. Oh, grow a pear. Yeah, grow a pear. That's right, Laura. Grow a pear. You know, when you apply the word asshole, and we apply it to pretty much everybody, I'm sure you've called me an asshole, some of you out there in TV land, in the internet. But instead of, you know, let's go right into let's go pictorially. Let's just paint a big asshole saying it though, as opposed to you know, anybody other than just that. You know, and be kind of an interesting series. Slightly juvenile, I understand, or I know, but fun, nevertheless. I'm into fun. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with the exploratory thing. I'm definitely an advocate of not taking yourself too serious, though. I gotta preference that with the just, you know, kind of like the what's that peppery, limey ingredient that you sprinkle on your fruit and other food products to kind of liven the taste sensations. Pepper is for better or worse. I do like to pepper or think or assume or pretend that there is some smartness in my, you know, you kind of want to think that you're possibly smarter than the average bear, but how much smarter are you? How much truly are you? And do you need to be that much smarter than the average bear? Maybe that is the problem, is groups of people thinking they're smarter than everybody else, and that's where the problem comes. It could be, but we're all at fault. Or at least I'm at fault. So let's just put it that way. I definitely I need to grow a pair. I need to grow a pair. I need to grow a pair of shoes. Powdered plum. There's a product that they've been selling, or even having commercials. I think it's called tahini, or no, that's a tahata. Tahata. Is it tahata? It's like a powder. It's like a reddish black, reddish orangish powdery thing. It's kind of looks like Tang powder, but a darker color, more of a alizarin crimson was added to the Tang or something. Anyway, you're watching Let's Paint TV. It's Friday, and as such, I want to just let you know that it is free-flowing Friday. Let it out ultimately, which really we do that every day, but today, since it's Friday and it rhymes with free and flowing, it's free-flowing Friday. And so it's a good time to rise that freak flag, rise it, and get ready for the weekend. Getting ready for the weekend. Do 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 do. Na 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 na. Bum 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 bum. Getting ready for the weekend. Do 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 do. Yeah, weekends. Weekends are made for fun. Weekends are fun. But I gotta say that I mean, how many people are really able to, have the weekend off? I mean, so many of us have weekends where we ultimately are working. At least I think we do, a lot of us. A lot of people I know seem to tend to be always find they a lot of people end up working on the weekend. But it's good to have. I think it's a good thing to have. It's a good thing to try to find some time off to relax and just kick back. So that's probably one of the better things to do for the weekend, is just to kind of do nothing as opposed to doing a lot. Anyway, so there you have it. I'm just sort of checking out our new studio, and actually it's not too terribly bad. It probably can need some more tinkering, as you can imagine. I suspect. I haven't figured it out, but I like thinking that maybe it could be fixed or better in some way or another. I think the trick is to figure out what. See, I think if I can get rid of the green altogether, but that means that the other cameras have to not see that. I have to get rid of that shot. And but if I did, then I'd be in good shape. So I think I got to figure something out here. Really, only one camera should be showing the green, and then the other guys. Fleek, fag, fly. freak flag fly. Let your freak flag fly. Freak flag fly. Freak flag fly. Freak flag fly. Fry. I get fry. I end up saying fry. All right, well, call us here, 818-528-4516. And like I said, feel free to come down to the Daniel Rolnick Gallery where we have our pop-up, the Kilduff Flower Shop. And we're getting some traction, but it's going to be over. It's going to be over on Sunday, so you really want to check it out because it will not be there after Sunday. Like I said, I'm looking forward to doing other projects, and not to say that this was any kind of a failure. It was not. It's quite fun to do. But I got some other ideas up my sleeve that I would like to unleash. Not certain about which unleashing I will proceed with. Which project we should put in queue? Should we move up in queue? But that is for the future. That is for the future to know, to decide. We don't have to necessarily know what is going to happen next, but we have an idea. We have an idea. An idea indeed. And indeed an idea that could change the trajectory of Let's Paint TV, of Mr. Let's Paint TV in one fell swoop, at least maybe for a second. I think that's the fun part about being an artist or being involved in the arts and that's being a musician, and that's being an actor, I guess. An actor, I guess, is an artist. Is an actor an artist? I don't know. I mean, it is. It's performing arts. But I don't know how much of you are an artist if you devote your whole time to as a reservoir for other people's works, and namely the written word, other people writing this, or you could have wrote it yourself, I suppose. That would make it more, you'd be more of the artist, I suspect. But as a musician too, you are in many instances just duplicating what has already been put forth. So are you really an artist? That's an interesting question. I mean, you are on some levels, but are you really achieving what you could be achieving more so as an artist with all your integrity, and how to keep your integrity, people, and being an artist is a tricky format. But think about this: if you were to apply sort of what actors and musicians do, working in playing Beethoven's Fifth and basically repeating what has already sort of again already been done by other people in effect. How different is that than someone that is in art terms as a painter? How different is that if you were doing something that is a kind of a rendition or so aligned to what has already been done kind of deal? Whatever the popular mode of discussion in terms of what is popular of the day. Again, I think that gets into your The idea that possibly you're not really going out on the plank there on the boat enough. You know, you're not getting lost in your own ideas, which is scary. Going out on your own with one paddle and one shoe. It is scary, I guess, and that's what we're afraid of. We're afraid of seeking out on our own. But I believe, I'm a firm believer that one must consider, one must entertain these ideas in all forms of art. Even as an actor or as a musician, you need to break away from what is there, what has already been put forth, what is there for you to mimic or copy. You know, having your rendition of such and such is fine. We all do it, but at some point we need to break away from that and go solo. Go solo. Go down that uncharted territory. We need for our soul, for our own individual selves, because we need to know, we need to experience it, and I think that for many of us, we'd be surprised to see the integrity level of the individual, of the self-worth of the individual, could excel. Not all of us. I think in many cases, particularly if we don't apply, if we don't use the right backing of sorts, if we don't have enough ammunition, support, catchphrases to dissipate the frustration and the the failure that will it's a big amount of failure ultimately when you go at it on your own, as you can imagine, more than likely, more so than again just basically doing Shakespeare again and again and again. Doing something entirely on your own that is free of though as impossible, which is ultimately impossible to do, by the way. You can't really truly be uniquely free without any kind of other information being set forth and inadvertently fed, seeps into you. You can't escape that. But when you do explore that territory where you try to shed outside elements that exist, then the failure rate could be, generally speaking, a lot higher. And yet, this is where we get, I believe, a larger movement. There's a larger movement in this. by doing so, by entertaining these ideas of shedding what has already been given, and trying to find your own self-worth on your own. Kind of like they have tribes somewhere in some far out regions of the world where they send the kids, the teenagers, out on the wood. They say, just leave our little village and go out into the woods and figure it out yourself, and come back when you figure it out. It is kind of like that, and it's scary. It's scary, but I think you can learn a lot about yourself, for one, but also learn how to navigate the failures, and learn to possibly think for yourself, as an individual, as a creative soul, more so than if you were to then only instead of devoting all your time to, again, what is sort of already been given to you by fellow creatives, which is, again, maybe that's the easy way out. And I think it is in some ways. But are we talking about just and I'm the one talking here, but and we're probably talking about a few things here ultimately, but is what are you looking to just have happiness in your life? Then don't worry about it. In a sense, whatever makes you happy, then go with it. Then don't worry about it. But if you're interested in trying to sort of break new ground, if you're looking for breaking new ground, if you're looking for doing something interesting that is somewhat uniquely you, which is kind of what I feel that I'm trying to get across for you all, to explore that, as opposed to just following what is again been given to you. Not to say that that's the easy way out. Nothing wrong with the easy way out. There's nothing wrong with having a good time and living life as a happy subject within this, on Earth, and being happy. I think really, and that is the real thing that you want to seek out in many ways. I think that's maybe the ultimate goal, but I don't think it's for everyone. The route that takes you to that contentment, contemplative, at ease with your fellow human beings and yourself. I do not think that there's any right route to take for that purpose, and that's what I'm saying, is that I would encourage you to put down the books. Not a book burning, but just for an activity at the very least, but to go out on your own, and to feel how that works, and to incorporate possibly any kind of backbone of support, whatever that is. Maybe it's a saying that helps me out. Maybe it's a affirmation of sorts to keep you going, because you're on your own now. And when you are on your own, then it's you don't necessarily have anywhere to fall back. So if you can have some some support level, as if in your back pocket of sorts, in the back of your mind, to at least to keep you kind of not so much centered, but just more so keep you afloat. You're still bouncing back and forth. You're not walking the straight line at all. I mean, you're all over the place. But you want to be able to, not so much crash and burn. But when you do crash and burn, because you're going to crash and burn, that's just it. That's where your support level of say the affirmation of, well, it's okay to fail, and it's okay to experiment. And I know that if I fail and if I experiment, good things can happen, and interesting things, far more interesting things are going to happen than if I just stayed with the tired but true. If I just stayed with the tired but true and focused on conquering the tired but true, and then within that tired but true, add my little wrinkle. I'm going to add my little. Then I'm going to add my little myself to the tired but true. I'm going to take Shakespeare and devote my life to Shakespeare, and then during that process, I'm going to give myself and give the world a little bit of myself within Shakespeare. That's fine. That's great, fantastic. But you're only incrementally advancing. You're only incrementally moving. But take away the Shakespeare. Take away what is already passed and proven. Take away that stuff, because that's going to just only take you incrementally. If you're fortunate, if you do due diligence, it will take you there, but you can only go so far with it, because you don't know how to fly free. You don't know how to fly your freak flag. You don't know how to be on your own and go down the beaten path on your own. So stop following the leader and become a leader. Try it out, at least once in a while. Now, I think the ultimate thing here is you want to be happy. I think that's the ultimate thing, and let bygones be bygones. Let the chips fall where they fall in terms of what you end up doing and the importance of what you're doing, how that plays out. That's not. For me, I don't give a crap about that. I don't give a rat's ass. What's more important is to somehow find some form of happiness in your life, and try to find that, influence that into others, or encourage that with other people. I can only imagine that is the real. That just has to be the true existence of our purpose of here. However, I have devoted my life within the creative process, so I'm interested in making creative things. But I think that's a fault. That's a fault that we all have, and that is the but again, if you're happy doing it, then then really it's good. And I got to shut up. I really should. But for some of us, some of us, we need something now. We're not happy. And frankly, we might not, sadly, because as a creative soul who devotes their time within the creativity land, if you will, maybe we can never really be happy. And maybe I can't solve that problem, but I find moments of happiness. I find moments of ease within myself and on this with my fellow, within surrounding my surroundings. All right, I'm gonna get some water here as I contemplate that one. 818-528-4516. We'll take your calls here right after this important message from water, brought to you by Nestle. All right, we're back. Let's Paint TV. Give us a call here on the program, 818-528-4516. Got my water. Hopefully I didn't discourage you from whatever you are doing in your life. It's entirely possible, but that's not the point here. Not sure what my point is half the time, but anyway, 818-528-4516. All right. Let's check some emails. All right, lines are open, 818-528-4516. Just a few more minutes left here. It's Friday, and as such, it's fantastic. We're having a great time, and as I said, I'll be down at the Kilduff Flower Shop there at the Daniel Rolnick Gallery. That's on right across, basically across the street from the Santa Monica Pier. I'll be going down there within the hour, and I'll be down there all day till really after 7-ish, painting bouquets of flowers and whatever else you really want on a canvas, basically. So maybe we'll see you there or not. And frankly, you know, I think I said everything I needed to say there, and I don't really have anything more to add at the moment. So I think we just kind of take it easy the rest of the program here. There's only a few more minutes left, so I don't really want to open that can of worms. I think we could close that can of worms, is frankly. But that's sort of I think we all have our internal beefs with anything or everything out there, possibly, and that's my beef of sorts. If you apply pretty much anyone's beef or suggestions, I would say in your own way, for one, please do that for sure. I would suggest that too, by the way. When you listen to anyone tell you, give you ideas or suggestions or inspiration, elements of inspiration to somehow better yourself, I would suggest that you would only take parts of that and the parts that seem to work and make sense to you, because I think that's the mistake that we all do, and I think that's kind of where now that I reopen that can of worms, I think that's sort of the problem again of what, if we're only actors, in the sense of we are only replicating, reading, regurgitating, the written word, and limiting ourselves, our creative output by that, and we don't know how to basically float on our own. Float on. Won't you take me to, wait, how's that song go? I like that song. Float on. Float on. Rick says, will you be painting any flowers during the live broadcast? No, we will not be painting any flowers. After Sunday, I will not be painting any more flowers for the foreseeable future. That's it. I'll be flowered out, at least I think, though I might change my mind. Float on. What's that song, baby? Hey, baby. Float on. What's that song? I know that song. It's there. A sex bouquet. I like that. Or a burger bouquet. I like the sex bouquet. I like a bouquet, like basically an orgy of sorts, in a bouquet of flowers kind of deal. That would be fun to try to paint. I don't know who's Chris Evans. I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. I'm slightly ignorant or impervious to so many things out there, particularly in the immediate cutting edge pop culture. I am an old fart in many ways. But that's just the nature of the beast. I don't know how you can actually keep track of everything and be hip to the hippest things. Right now, like Justin Bieber's not even hip anymore, it seemed like the other day Justin Bieber was the hippest thing on earth. I think the hippest person right now is Wiz Khalifa, right? Wouldn't he be like the hippest person right now? But he's hip, but only just before that there was somebody else hipper. All right, well, so I had my little rant there. Really, in a nutshell, it is basically I'm advocating you to throw your art history books away, is basically what I'm saying. Don't be so caught up in the past, basically. Don't wrap your head or look at all these art magazines. All it's going to do is confuse you. Don't go to art galleries, museums. Take a break is what I'm trying to ultimately. The safest thing is take a break from it all and just make art. Do your creativity, but shy away, separate yourself from the past, art history. In an art tech context. But the message could be ring true for all aspects, all phases of our history, of our life. As human beings. Let's forget the past. Let's not devote all our attention to history. History repeats itself. Well, there you go. If history repeats itself, then we're just going in circles. So why we even spend time with history? Screw history. If it's just going to repeat itself, why do we even need to follow it? If it's going to repeat itself. If history repeats itself, then all we got to look forward to is a bunch of shit. Fucked up shit coming our way. Thank you. Thank you, history. Thank you for repeating itself. All right. Well, anyway, it's been fun here today on the program. I suspect it was fun. I'll probably start painting next week, maybe not. We'll see. Bongo, you can't see any chats. Only the box I can type into. Maybe you need to recontextualize. Maybe you need to reboot. So anyway, there you go. I just think more interesting things can occur from not being so connected to the past ultimately. Incrementally, slowly but surely, yes. By the very nature of humanity, of human movement, things can change, but it's incrementally. Because you've been overwhelmed, you've been laden with the past. If you want to make some interesting changes, you want to mix it up, forget the past. Go out on your own. All right, it's 12 noon here, and I made, as usual, my plea to you all in some form or fashion, in some way or another. A plea for help, a plea for mercy, a plea for whatever. But if you'd like to help out the program, you can. And that is simply by, for as little as $1 a month, you can go to patreon.com/letspainttv, and for as little as $1 a month, you can support the program. And when you do, we will put you in the credits here at the end of the show. Also, go to letspainttv.com and you can get your very own Let's Paint TV paraphernalia, paintings, and t-shirts and whatnot in the shop link there at letspainttv.com. Also, we have the patreon.com/letspainttv link there too. So letspainttv.com. We will see you on the rebound. We'll see you on Monday. Otherwise, I'll see you at the Kilduff Flower Shop at the Daniel Rolnick Gallery all through the weekend, through Mother's Day. Bye-bye, everybody. Dance to the boogie, get down. Do, 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 do. Boogie nights, do, do, do. Boogie nights, boom, boom, boom. Boogie nights, do, 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 do. Boogie nights, do, 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 do.